Hello everybody, welcome back to Frontier Mentality. I am going to go over lunch, and I did it for one meal a day, or for a week, for a year. So you've got a week plan here, and it will feed 2 people for a year. And remember, we did the Food for Patriots a while back, and me and Bruce can eat one of those packs. We'll split down to 2 of us just fine. And that was 3 meals a day for what you're getting for 1 meal a day for a year. So you gotta kind of, if you want to build your own, it's going to be more expensive, is what I'm saying. All right. So I did shelf-stable foods to get us through 7 days. And let's see, PB&J, number 1. I did Jif peanut butter, which at 16 ounces was $7.99. Jelly, well, I did Smucker's, and it was 14 ounces for $4.64. I chose to do 12 jars because it takes me about that long to get through a peanut butter. And I priced a jelly, but I make my own jelly too. So if you're making your own, you can cut the jelly part out of this equation. But if you're not, all right. So for peanut butter for a year, it's $95.88 for 12 jars. Now, if you're getting the ones, if you're a chunky baby and you like the ones with the nuts in it, please make sure you're eating it once you open it within the month, because those nuts can go rancid. So yeah, if power went out and you got the humidity and everything, factors into that going rancid faster. Now the smooth will last longer. It lasts for several years on the shelf. Now I'm going to suggest that you learn to make your own bread flour, simply because it's cheaper. Bread is going around $5 to $6 a loaf. That's stupid high for when you can make it basically pennies on the dollar. So I did this one on Amazon, 25-pound bread flour. And I'm going to tell you the brand I chose. I did Gold Medal Hotel and Restaurant all-purpose bread flour. Was $29.20 for 25 pounds. I also looked up dry instant yeast. For 16 ounces was $8. That will last you 6 months to bake your bread. So the bread and the yeast together was $37.20 for 6 months. If you're doing it for a year with the yeast, it was $74.40. So always with the flour, you store it in the freezer for 3 days. Now, nobody's got room for a 25-pound bread flour in the freezer. So I have a video of different ways to repackage. You can use Mylar bags, you can use water bottles, fill them up, do 10 at a time or 5 at a time, whatever freezer space you have, and then put them in a tote, a Tupperware tote, the big ones that you can carry. I just dated, I found that flour done this way has lasted me up to 5 years just fine. Okay, meal number 2, Spam, 52 cans. Each individual can costs $4.14 for a grand total of $217.88 for the year. Now the pasta is the same across the board. Doesn't matter if you get bow ties, spiral, noodles. It was all averaging out at $1.24 a box. So for 52 boxes, you would need, it would come out to $64.48. A grand total of $282.36 for one meal. So now we have 2 meals in our week done. So Wednesday, cans of tuna. Tuna is $2.38 a can. 52 cans is $123.76. The spiral noodles I did $1.24 a box, which would be $64.48. The grand total of this was $128.96. Now, for 4 and 5, these two meats were the same price. Corned beef, 52 cans, which you would need to get you through a year, was at $4.97 a can, which equaled $258.44 a can, or for the year. And then if you did the mackerel for 52 cans was $4.97, which also equaled $258.44. Now, if you add the noodles in for both of these costs for the year, would be $322.92. And that's a year's worth for mackerel, and then again for your corned beef. Now, sardines was about the cheapest on the list. About. Tuna actually came out a little cheaper. So sardines, you need 52 cans at $1.36 a can. So for a year, that ends up being $70.72. If you're adding the noodles, it's $1.35.20. Then I did chunky soups because it's the more hearty. You could also use Dinty Beef Stew. They're about the same in price. Make sure you're getting it with the vegetables, with beans if you're a vegetarian. If you like a little meat in it, do beans and meat, or meat, whichever. Across the board, they're the same price. They were $2.48 a can. So a year's worth of soup was $1, or not a dollar, I wish, $128.96. Then the can of chicken was $2.64. For a year of canned chicken was $137.28. With a box of pasta, you need 52 of those, which became $64.48. So it'd be $201.76 for a year's worth of chicken and pasta. And I'm also adding in 12 jars of mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, didn't matter the brand, was all averaging near the $5 mark, so that's where I started at. So for 12 of them would be $60. So I'm filming this as June 11th. So for 2 people, this would feed you, price-wise, $1,426.12. Like I was stating, if you bought any of the freeze-dried foods for a year, you're getting 3 meals a day for almost the exact same price. There were a few, I've got one whole video where I went through each of them. The Food for Patriot was about this price. And my Patriot Supply was also near this price for 3 meals. And this is just for 1 meal a day. All right, everybody. Please stay safe. Please get ready and please get prepared. Frontier Mentality signing out.